Now WWE has acquired AAA, and some people are happy. There was a like Stephanie Vakir was looking down at somebody like really pissed off, and you find out that the people that people that were there that hurt her, but this people that were actually in CMLL and AAA have their thoughts on this. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's gonna be fucking gentrification of a Mexican company. A said it best. It's gonna be a fucking NXT in Mexico, which, by the way, no one's gonna watch because no one was watching AAA before all this. The numbers were down. Hell, I was the only one watching when AEW wasn't there.
I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet.
Actually, I'll co-sign that.
QT Marshall was fighting, and I watched that there.
I remember you would tell us anytime it was some, like, for example, I think Vikingo, when I didn't know who that was, and you had to tell me
he's the only one that's good in there.
Yeah, and I was just like, holy shit. So yeah, I'll co-sign that. I can vouch because Mayo had to tell me all the luchadores that were coming over. I was like, who is this guy? He's like, oh, he's from AAA. And I was like, oh, sweet, shit. Especially Vikingo. Now you have Vikingo.
I'm willing to bet most of the people in that audience had no idea what AAA was.
No, they don't.
In WWE.
If you're part of the Fed, or if you're part of the Fed, like, and if you are only the WWE universe, like solely that, then you don't know.
Okay. So one thing. I grew up in the 80s, 90s and stuff, and I but this before cable. I had black and white TV, little black and white TV in my bedroom, and I used to flip through the channels. And I remember usually catching AAA on the Spanish channel all the time and watching it with my dad. So like they used to do telecasts on the Spanish networks even before cable. So I mean, people know who AAA are if they watch wrestling or if they follow wrestling at all. And that's one. And two, he has a point. And we've spoke about this in the past, Alex. PUWF episodes in the past, we had said that they were going to be having an NXT Mexico. We said that they were going to have NXT for different countries and different continents and things like that. And this, he said NXT Mexico. That actually is something we spoke about years prior.
Pop in and out, Dennis. Your audio's bad.
It's something we spoke about years prior that they're now bringing it back up, which makes sense. AAA is going to become another NXT. It's going to be NXT Mexico.
And it's something that I want to say about this. And thank you for Terrell and CJ Wood for being here. What are your thoughts on this person talking about that? And again, Joe's right. We've been talking about this shit for the beginning of the PUWF, that they're going to do NXT Japan, Mexico, South Africa, Germany, Canada. And this is the first step. But being that the only reason they bought AAA was honestly for Vikingo. That's the only reason they bought them.
They also, I feel like they only bought AAA so AEW couldn't have another company to work with.
Of course.